Hi, my name's Carson Frey. Welcome back to the Real House Guest of North Hollywood. This is my co-host, Ellie. We are here to talk all things Bravo, but we also love something else.
Yes.
The Olympics.
The Olympics. I live and breathe the Olympics right now.
Wake up, Olympics.
Go to sleep, Olympics. I'm waking up. When I get out of work, I immediately go home. I have about an hour to chill, and then I put on the Olympics and fall asleep to the Olympics. Because it's live at that time. Yeah.
I told producer Ezra the other day, because he used to wrestle in high school. I was like, oh, they're doing wrestling at 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed up till 4 a.m.
To finish, to watch it.
Yeah, of course. He had to.
Yeah.
And then he also signed up for wrestling at a rec club, you know?
That's amazing.
But we want to
inspiration. Okay, the inspiration that the Olympics does, because I played volleyball for 7-8 years.
Yeah.
And I love it so much, and it's been almost feels further and further for me. As I'm watching them, I'm like,
I'll always be a volleyball player.
And I was like, I need to play it right now.
Yeah.
I need to find people.
I need to be great.
Yes. I was like, I need to go back to my prime. So, you know what? Yeah, the Olympics is very inspirational.
You know who's also in their prime?
Who?
Bravo.
Yes. It has its little dips.
But But overall, Bravo now versus 5 years ago.
Oh, eating it up.
I mean, we're not in earlier this year when we had Summer House, Vanderpump, the Valley. That was,
yeah, beautiful.
Loved it.
It was a great. You know what it is? It was a great appetizer because I feel like you could segment the year off into 3 different things. Appetizer. Right now, we're on the entree.
Do you think Universal researchers are watching this and be like, huh? They get what we're doing.
Right?
We gave them the worst stuff in the middle of the year, but we're going to come at the end of the year and give them Beverly Hills, New York,
yes,
all this stuff.
No, and
Southern Charm. I am so excited.
And
for
that
Southern
is the
Charm.
dessert.
Oh.
That is the dessert, and everybody loves dessert.
Yeah,
which is New York.
So excited.
Beverly Hills. Southern Charm. You have.
I'm so excited.
I'm very excited.
But let's give out some Bravo Olympic medals.
Yes.
So for fashion, we're going to do 2 categories: fashion and then the cunt Olympics. Oh, it's been a very not a cunty year.
No, a cunt year.
So my fashion medals in a very specific order. So bronze, that's bottom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lisa Milan for fashion. Because when I saw her in person, she was my size. She was short. Mm-hmm. She had on the diaper look, you know?
Oh.
She looked so fucking good. And I was
with a jacket?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was like, I can do it. I can do it.
You know what? That's amazing.
She made the most unattainable, high fashion look very attainable.
And
to
for
me.
Someone who's on the more petite end.
Yeah. I feel obviously she has she's beautiful in person, but I was we're the same. I think she was shorter than me. She's tiny. I felt kind of big around her, and that doesn't happen to me a lot, and I was like, ooh, I'm towering over you, girl.
Okay.
So she is my bronze medal.
Okay.
My silver is Dr. Nicole from Miami. I don't know what it is about her. She just always looks really good and effortless to me, and she's not as she's still very Miami,
right?
You know, but she's very individual.
Okay.
Too.
Okay.
Because a lot of Miami all looks like Fashion Nova to me.
Yeah.
It all looks like Larsa. They all look kind of the same, and I think she's very true to herself, but she's still a doctor and she's hot. Yeah. But my gold medal.
Who are we bowing?
Queen Paige DeSorbo. She to me is inspiration.
Yes.
I look at her and I'm like, okay. And since she's such an Amazon capitalist, I'm like, I can afford it.
You can make that look. You
She tells us how to do it on Amazon.
Exactly.
And I will she'll get how much do they get? Whatever sale when you buy from their storefront.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Paige because I love her. And
I mean, that's a good person to be supporting.
And also, I think she because she dresses Hannah a lot too, and I like how she sees stuff. She has a very strong sense of personal style. Yeah, and she brings that in other people, which I love.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, my top. Okay,
so your bronze medal.
My bronze. I would have to go to Sada from Dubai. As as we well know, I love her. I love her. I have a crush. I love her vibe. She's just also very gorgeous. But just the calmness that she does emit, I love it. Like, I think she's gone through a lot of growth. Now, Taking Him, I've only seen Dubai the second season, but, like, just a lot of just her presence just feels very calming to watch.
You know what I love of hers is the confessional where her hair's kind of parted back and her lips are a little overlined.
Yes.
She looks so elegant to me.
Yes. I like the one when she's black and she has that eyeliner. Like, she does it beautifully in and out, and she has her hair, like, all flipped out.
Her hair is...
beautiful. And with the tattoos, because I want more tattoos, but there's always that internal struggle of like, no, yes, no. Look at her. She makes it so elegant. And her outfit, can't rave it off. Okay, my silver would have to go. My silver would have to go to Paige.
Paige DeSorbo.
Paige DeSorbo. I think, yes, she has a lot of good personal style, but then she also knows how, like, she knows how to dress high fashion. And so she goes from, like, her own personal, more relaxed,
and we see both on Summer House, because we see them at the house parties, but we also see her, like, on the red carpet more than we see, like, the other people at Summer House.
So you get to see, like, the range that she can pull off.
Did you see when she went to Victoria Beckham's party and she wore this, like, gown? She wore this, like, beautiful gown, and she was like, everyone else was in, like, jeans, but she was like, if I'm meeting Victoria Beckham,
I'm gonna dress.
And she said she had this, like, bracelet on. Shit. She had this bracelet on, and Victoria Beckham went up and was like, oh, I love it. And she was like, take it. And I'm like, that's what you do when you're, like, with a fashion icon and they compliment you. Here, take it.
You can have it.
You can have it.
Thank you for acknowledging it. I don't care
if it's my fucking great-grandmother's. You take it.
No, literally. And that's the thing. Like, I love her style. It's a style that I aspire. Yeah. I don't know if I can replicate it. And not even in the terms of, like, being able to buy the outfits. I could probably buy them. How will they look on me? That's a different story.
Yeah.
But love. Okay, my gold, though.
Your gold.
My gold goes to Brynn.
Queen Brynn!
Queen Brynn from Real Housewives of New York.
And she's also Hoosier. We're both from Indiana.
Yes.
So,
and
love her.
Another person that I think has great personal style, and then when she needs to dress the fuck up, there's no holding back.
I love her, like, academic, kind of in the woods.
Yes, going to play chess.
It's very, like, Taylor Swift, like, Evermore, like, era. Kind
Evermore, a little bit of red.
She does have her red moments in the sense she looks, like, very, like, the bright pink.
Yes. She's on top of being absolutely stunning. When she wears more relaxed outfits.
Oh, yeah.
She's just radiating beauty.
I love her, like, in a blazer.
Like,
blazer and jeans.
Oh, she has this one outfit that I was like, okay, the height difference is a big problem in terms of replicating this, but it was, like, these high thigh, like, blue boots.
Yes,
the hot pink. What I love about her fashion is that she inputs a lot of color. And you know me. I
love color.
I love color. She doesn't do, like, graphic eyes, but she doesn't do it with her makeup, but she does it with what she's wearing.
Yeah.
And that's what I love to incorporate more. But it's, blue, thigh-high blue boots.
You do.
The pink
more
one.
I see your personal style in Brynn, the more you brought out the color aspect. Yeah. That really clicked for me.
And then with, like, a graphic tee top that she was wearing. Yeah. Like, those are...
That's like, you.
I know, but she's so tall that I can never pull out.
I could see you doing, like, the graphic tees and, like, the boots. And, like, the skirt in a way that you would feel, like, cool in.
Yeah.
I could... And the long coats.
And I love a long coat.
I love a skirt, too. Yeah. Like, you look great in a coat. And she does hats well, which you do as well.
Thank you. It's hard sometimes because of the curly hair when it's, like, up.
Yeah.
But...
Also, you do well with, like, a good fur jacket. Like...
the lining.
Yeah. Fur on the lining, which Brynn also looks great in.
Yeah.
You are, like, very similar. Like, it's interesting,
Yeah.
Like, and I love how we both, like... checked body type for every single girl. We were like, I am like you or I'm not like you.
Right. No, I mean, because I think it also...
Wait, all my girls are all short as fuck.
Really?
I
don't know Sada's height.
I think she's like 5'8". I want to guess.
They're all taller than me.
Yeah. So our cunt medals.
Very,
so
very
my
important.
bronze is, I love her. Like, I really love her, but
Mhm.
she's a cunt. Monica Garcia from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
It's cunt behavior. And, like,
Yeah.
she's the only one that has some cunty in her, because it was a little cunty how she was a cunt.
There you go.
She's the only one on my list. Everyone else, it's like,
Pure
they're
cunt.
a cunt.
Yeah.
I love her, though. I love her. It was just, like, you did backstab your friends, though.
Right.
But Monica, she's bronze because I felt like she was kind of, like, insider rebelling against the people. My silver is Tom Sandoval.
Yes.
He sued Ariana. He took no accountability.
The whole fucking season.
And also, just like being in LA, we've seen him enough. He has given us the worst vibes in person.
The worst. Him and his girlfriend.
The worst.
The worst vibes.
I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast, so if you have, like, get over me telling the same story. To my 6 listeners.
Right. Oh my gosh. What, the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our mutual friend Brittany, who also has been, she's a friend of the pod.
She's another
house guest.
Yes, but she pays
rent.
So house member.
Housemate.
Yes.
So we're at Schwartz and Sandy's. You and I are, like, doing our thing, and there's, like, a Sublime song playing. And she's like, what song is this? She knows it's Sublime.
Yeah.
And she's like, what song is it? He goes, it's Sublime, man.
Yeah.
And he's not looking at her.
No.
Just saying it in the ether. And she goes, yeah, but what song is it?
Right, and he's saying it while he's also, like, walking away.
But wants her to know that he knows it's Sublime. But what's Sublime
What song?
What's it called?
What's it called? We know it's Sublime.
But what is... Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like... I think it was Caress Me Down.
Yeah, you knew it.
I knew it instantly.
Yeah.
And
I was like, what am I listening to?
My gold medal.
Oh, yes.
It goes to Teresa.
As it should.
I did watch the New Jersey finale twice to prepare for this.
Right.
I think, yeah, we watched it together initially,
Yes.
and then I watched it again today.
Oh, okay.
To really take it in.
Yes.
Take it in. And she ruined New Jersey. She ruined it.
Yeah.
And I've been watching old seasons, and I think there was a lack of accountability in a lot of places from production, from other castmates. I think Bravo should have cut the cord way sooner.
Yeah, I agree.
But she ruined New Jersey. Therefore, she is a gold medal cunt.
Good.
I feel so mean. I feel like I started this podcast because I was like, I'm going to be like the nice...
But here's the thing, like,
But I mean it in a loving, playful way.
And this is, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
And I love all these people except for Tom Sandoval. No, I the kind of words I can't say I love. Maybe Monica.
Just Monica.
Just Monica. Tom Sandoval, no. Teresa, no.
Yeah.
And I do think Teresa, like, what pisses me off is, like, fine, you want to choose a guy like Louis and make that mistake again after going to prison.
Yeah.
Like, her last husband who sent her to prison is looking like a fucking saint. He cheated on her. He called her a cunt on camera to his mistress on the phone. Like, Joe is a teddy bear. He is a nice guy just chilling out there in the Bahamas, you know, seeing his daughters.
Oh my God.
And, like, so, yeah. Oh, we need to have some Jersey lessons.
Yeah.
But to make Joe look like a saint, and you're putting your daughters, and her youngest daughter is, like, what, 14 years old? You're living in a home with him.
Yeah.
Unsafe person.
No, I don't. Okay.
Okay. You're cunts.
I was having a really hard time with this.
Which you came up with this category. I said fashion, and you said cunt.
No, I know, and then I was like, oh my God. I think my bronze is going to be Caroline Brooks.
Yes.
Caroline Brooks, because
she pokes the bear.
The vibe is just, I just don't like it.
Like, at the end of the episode, we'll get there in the recap. I don't wear mustard. When I'm like, I would die to wear one of those dresses. Right. I would be so honored.
She is just so, like, prissy and just feels so entitled. When I'm like,
better than you. And her child, like, how entitled, like, not to talk shit about her child because he is a child, but he's coming off very entitled.
Yeah, I understand that you are working, and you are a working single mother. I understand that, but you're also very privileged, and you're acting like it, because there is a difference from her being a single mother than to your mom being a single mother.
Yes, and 100%.
And so I'm like, respect, but also check yourself, because you have money, and you're acting very privileged and entitled, and coming into look, I don't like Caroline Stanberry that much either, but to go into, well, she's welcomed you into her new house, to come in and do the sage and do all of this and act like, take it all as a joke. It's like,
no.
Just after what I've been seeing her, I was like,
fuck that bitch.
I don't fuck with this.
Okay. And your silver.
My silver. I 100% agree with your Tom Sandoval. But my silver will have to go to, oh my god, I'm blanking on her name.
Describe. Show.
Anna Marie.
Oh, yeah. She's forgettable. See, like, at first I was like, are you about to embarrass yourself to the Bravo audience? And you did not at all by forgetting her. You actually impressed them.
No, and that's the thing. I was like, what's her name?
Anne-Marie.
I had her.
Anne-Marie.
I finally placed her.
But it's spelled like Anna Marie, but
yes,
it's Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie. Another one that she just didn't add. She was just, it felt like she just wanted to come in to start a problem.
Hey, Sutton, what's wrong with your esophagus? Oh, what's wrong with...
Right, because her new season, she needed to, place a mark. You didn't. I'm sorry, babes, but you didn't.
It's very much what Katie's doing right now on OC.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
My gold medal is gonna have to go to, okay, it's a tie. It goes to Chloe, which... Duh.
No, like, explanation you can explain, but, like...
I mean, just see the last episode.
Just listen to the recap of... Because, like, that's, like...
Yeah.
Any rate, like, ugh,
yes.
Evil.
Yeah.
Evil.
But Jen Aiden. The way she argues, way it's dirty, the way that she plays. The first episode that I saw from Jersey, I see her pushing Danielle. And I'm like, okay.
So, guys, Ellie was not into New Jersey, and I was like, I think you will be interested. And so I was like, watch this fight. And she said, I'm interested.
I'm in. I'm tuning in every week. And now to what it came about for this dinner, which we'll recap a lot more. It was just the way that she was fighting Danielle. Like, it was just dirty. Mm-hmm. Like, bring in the husband. Like, it's just, why you're just being a cunt at this point. You're not, like, trying to hear anybody out. You're not even trying to, like, fight. You're just pulling things. Mm-hmm. And then to be like, oh, no, yeah, I'll allow her to stay. Fuck off.
No, it's just, yeah.
Anyway, those are my 3 places.
Happy Olympics.
NBC,
Universal, sponsor me. All I do is talk about your content. Peacock, please. I, like, pay for the top level. Yeah. I'm like, whatever's the most expensive. Yeah. Gimme.
And you know what? Like, the amount of people that you and I have put onto Peacock.
I love Peacock. And I tell everyone, I'm like, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It is worth it.
It's so worth it.
Love.
This is not sponsored, but we really wish it was.
Oh my God. Yeah. So let's talk about New Jersey. Guys, I promise Ellie's going to get a full New Jersey lesson, but today we're talking about the finale.
Yes.
So we open up at March's house. I just have to say, like, I love her house. She is my favorite.
She's a very beautiful
favorite house. Bravo house.
Yes.
Her decor, all that. Fessler's over there. And
Fessler. I love Fessler.
So I love that she comes in and she's like, I need some good red wine. And so Marge gives her some red wine, and Fessler's like, and then Marge goes,
isn't she's like, it's 10
a.m. It's 10 a.m.
Yes. But it wasn't a box wine.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah.
I do not like box wine. I love hearing the New Jersey women uncensored.
Yes.
It was my favorite part of the whole episode.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
I forgot. And I'm remembering everything.
Like, you fucking cunt. You fucking lying cunt.
Oh my gosh. The way that Dolores had a vein. And I love Dolores.
I love.
She's
my favorite white woman of color.
Yes. And
my favorite European woman of color.
Right, exactly. And the way I love the way she carries herself. I can relate to a lot of the way she carries herself. Yeah. But the way she snapped,
I loved it.
I loved it.
And so basically she comes over to like explain the whole Louis thing, and they just, so basically what Marge said was, you knew about the reunion review, and she's like, I fucking did it. And then Marge said she's never talked to the ex but before New York, but then kind of changes her story later.
Yeah.
It's just not adding up for Dolores.
No. And the way that Marge was like saying about like, no, I told you we were all going to get together to talk about that. And she said, no, you didn't. You said we were going to all get together.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, so I think you were saying this, like, I think both of them are right.
I think she didn't use the words reunion review, and I think to someone like Dolores,
use your
specifics matter.
Yes.
And I think it's very like, I don't know what Marge's background is. I don't think she's Italian. Ezra, though, I think when you have a family that has like multiple languages, so a lot of these people are Italian immigrants. Yeah. And so it's very specific language. And I noticed 100%. That with Ezra.
I also need it. If you're going to tell me something specifically, not this.
There's a difference between yelling and raising your voice. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I think people who are like more American use stuff like very interchangeably. Yes. Or can like be like, oh, I told you, but you didn't use that specific word. Yes. And so I think culturally, like it's like Italian Americans, because they've been here so long, but and it's like this like immigration, and we can look at Italian Americans specifically. It's like, you gotta use the exact fucking word. You lying fucking cunt.
Yes. No, and you made a good point. It's like the yelling and raising your voice, because I raise my voice a lot especially when I'm talking with family, but we're not yelling.
Yeah. And
same thing with like a lot of my friends where we're getting into like arguments or like talking or recounting a thing, but that are like my friends from back home that are Hispanic. We're raising our voices, but we're not yelling.
So we're just getting excited. But like how you recall it, it's like it's very, I think, white people sometimes can generalize.
Yeah.
And and I think it's very just normal for people who are immigrants or come from an immigrant family.
Yeah.
Even when they're second, third, even kind of fourth gen. Mm-hmm. I think Dolores might be like second or third gen, I'm guessing. I don't fucking know at all.
Yeah.
But I can see that specific language just because with Ezra, I mean, he is an immigrant, and that's such a big thing, like, with us.
Yeah.
Like, what word?
Specifics is very important.
Are you mad or are you angry? Because those are two different things. No,
specifics is so, so important. I think people need to be more specific, choose your words carefully.
But don't you think that only comes from, like, being around people that are different from you? So you're like, oh, I see how it can be interpretive.
Yes.
Because, like, our brains are different. Like, your brain is different from mine, speaking multiple languages.
Yeah. Well, and then culture plays a big part of it. Because, like, as we saw from Dubai, like, Sada used her words in terms of, like, how are things at home? Mm-hmm. Which, if I would ask that, like, I understand where she came from. I'm not talking about your husband. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about your home life.
Yeah.
I am talking about, how are you? Like, if I tell you, how are you? How is Brittany? Life? How are the cats? How is Ezra? How are you and Ezra? It's
a check-in on, like, safety in, like, a kind way.
Right.
But, yeah.
Then they interpret it as, like, how's your home? How's you and your husband marriage?
It's invasive, yeah.
And it's like, well, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, I agree. Culture is, like, what these shows are about in a sense. Like, we've been talking about this so much. Like, I've been watching a lot of old Miami, you guys. Mm-hmm. I love Miami. I can't believe. I, like, basically gave Ellie, like, a breakdown of how Miami is a novella. And we're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, I think I watched one episode and I was like,
I get it.
Wow.
Like, Alexia, she is, like, kind of the Kyle Richards of Miami.
Yeah.
Cuban Barbie.
Cuban Barbie.
You know, it'd be fun to have some of our friends from Miami react to Miami.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be fun.
That would be so fun.
From a true Miami, like.
Yeah, a true Floridian.
One Cuban Barbie to another, because we know a few.
Yes.
Okay, so it's too much for Fessler. All the fighting. Even just with this whole Dolores
Even seeing Dolores, like...
it was too much.
She was like, okay.
She goes, fucking stop. I love hearing Jen say the F word. I was like, okay, Mom.
Yeah.
It kind of was
and
like hearing my mom say fuck.
And they did stop.
I love that Dolores is quick to apologize to Marge, and they make up. Very much like a girl's girl. And then we see Melissa, Danielle, Fuda, they get together and they kind of spill the tea. And everyone at this point is just preparing for the last dinner.
Yes.
Melissa... The Last Supper. Melissa said, though, everyone from Louis' past reaches out to all of them all the time, which I believe 100%.
That someone came up to her?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a niece?
Yeah.
That isn't...
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So then Danielle's like in the kitchen with her husband, her gorgeous,
very supportive husband.
I love him. Fuck Jennifer Aiden for body shaming him. He is so hot. He is the hottest house husband on New Jersey.
The hottest house husband.
Hottest one.
Not only...
And Danielle, we say that with respect to you and your family, to you and you.
You got a winner.
You got the winner. You won, girl.
Yes.
You won, girl.
He is not only beautiful exteriorly, but also inwardly.
That's like the kind of man I want to marry.
Right.
Producer Ezra. Study. Can you imagine, like, watch Bravo to see the kind of marriage I want? Never.
Yeah.
They aren't, though, aware of what's going on with her father, but then she texts her dad. He texts back, and I love the reconciliation.
Yes.
I needed it. I needed that. Because, like, obviously, Danielle's only a second-season housewife, you know? So, like, we don't
I love her in it, though.
Yeah. But compared to, like, Teresa and, you know, Melissa, who've been on the show for years and years, the history and stuff of all of it hurts a lot. So with Danielle, it doesn't give us satisfaction like you would seeing that family come together, but it's something.
It's something. And being able to see how the husband supports her and how, like, they've navigated that and him respecting the boundaries, but also her also being like, I also want my kids to... This is my dealing with my dad. This is not the kid's fault. Like, that, I think, also gives us a really good example of family dynamics.
Yeah.
Which is so important, that just because you have beef with a grandparent or the you have now kids, like, depending on what that beef is, of course.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't mean your kids should, like, have... like a connection with them. Okay,
and then all the women are essentially like talking to their men, preparing for the reunion.
Yes.
But the scariest was Louis and Teresa.
Yes. 100%.
He says he hopes Marg's family suffers.
That
like,
her
kids suffer.
As much as he has. Oh, give me a fucking break.
And you don't know this, but Marge has, like, struggled with, like, alienation. Her kids going no contact with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And, like, because she, with her ex-husband, she had 3 stepchildren and then 1 biological child. But she raised them all. And then she had an affair, met Joe in 2013. Yeah, her and Joe had an affair. We really, like, we're going to go.
Oh, my God.
I cannot wait to show you Old Jersey. I'm so excited.
No, I'm so excited. Now that I'm, like, hooked in with the, I know.
You know these women. But, so, yeah, that's why talking about Marge's children is such, like, I think, and now things are better, I believe,
okay,
but,
good.
Like.
Just, I don't think that just wasn't necessary. Okay, aside from the fact that what Teresa is saying is a little hypocritical because of what happened with her best friend.
Yes.
Like, let's not forget that.
Yes.
Like, it's the ex-girlfriend, whatever, but first of all, Louis is a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
But like it is reaching out to someone that you shouldn't be reaching out to.
Yep.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
And aside from that, just why bring in the kids? Like, there are some things that whenever I think I'm watching Bravo. There's a line you don't cross.
The kids.
And the kids, and then especially when it's the kids especially. But then if it's an argument about you don't bring a partner into it.
No.
Either.
I think family is off.
Family
is off. It's just off. Okay. So let's go into rails.
Let's go into rails.
Wait, before that, I just want to say the flashbacks of Teresa's family. It like we were watching it together. I think we were both crying.
We were both crying. And I know nothing about this family. Not really. All I know, it's now a broken family. And to me, that is the saddest part.
I just as someone who's like lost family members like they have, I can't imagine not holding on to the ones you have.
Right.
And even if you're not close, having so much hate.
So much hate to the point that you're just, fuck you, like that.
Their parents didn't raise them like that. They come from great parents.
Yeah.
Like, I do want to say that, like, someone who's watched Jersey, like, their mom and dad are great people. So it's just heartbreaking.
No, and just seeing those clips of, like, everybody together and, like, that.
The cousins.
It's just so sad.
Yeah. But then we're all rails. And what I love more than rails is how Dolores explains rails. She was like, look, it's really great. We got the train. We got the wood. It's very nice. We have a lot of history here. We're going to go back and have a rails history lesson.
And she goes, it's not about the things that's happened. I can't do an Italian accent, or a Jersey accent.
Mine is so bad. It's so bad, and it's with so much love.
It's so much love.
Love it.
But no, I love a Jersey accent. I just can't replicate it. But the way she was talking, she's like, it's not Rail's fault.
It's not their fault. So we see Melissa and Teresa. Okay, so at first it's Jennifer and Danielle.
Yes.
And they get into it. And at first it stops. Like, Dolores and Jen go, okay, we can't.
And the mediators mediated. Wait, I have to touch this really quickly. We talked about Jen Fessler and Dolores and how they were coming in and meeting. And we said, okay, in that instance, it would be like us doing it for our friends.
I was Dolores, you were Fessy.
I was Fessy. And it was just so funny imagining it. And you were like, Jen Fessler, the mediator. I don't know if we could, like, if she would be able to stay.
I predicted it. I knew she couldn't stay. And it was something about when I met her and she was like, I can't save Jersey. When she looked me in my eyes and told me that, and I was like, no, you can. And she was like, no, I can't.
Like, Jen
Fessler, that's my dream interview. I just want to put this out in the...
No, and I love Jen Fessler.
I love her.
Dolores and Jen Fessler are
the best.
The best, because they're so relatable. Because I am like Jen Fessler in the sense of, like, I'm not here to fuck with this. I'm not here for the confrontation. I'm not doing this. This is not the type of shit that I do. So if you want to fight, y'all can fight, but I'm out.
She said we break bread or break
blood.
Or that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I'm with Dolores on the Switzerland aspect of it.
Yeah, me too. I'm very Swiss.
Yeah, but yes.
So Danielle and Jen get into it, and they mediate, and then they got to bring it back because they can't not, like, they got,
and it's
a boxing match. It was Jen.
And it was Jen.
It was Jen. She talked about the husband. So Danielle lunched. A lot of people are talking a lot of shit about Danielle for lunching. I think you and I stand, we're like Team Danielle. We're Team Danielle.
Look, it's not that I'm allowing that behavior, but I'm gonna turn a blind eye.
I'm turning a blind eye too.
Turning a blind eye because, again, the mediators told us to stop, and I stopped. If I'm Danielle,
because Jen kept poking the bear.
You're talking about. She said something about, like, I forgot what she said. She said want to dig at Danielle. And then the last dig was at the husband.
It was like about your husband, his nipples, like calling them breasts and calling him like her abroad.
Oh yeah, something around that.
So it was body shaming.
After that, if we're stopped and you went after me, fine, go after me is one thing. You're going after my partner. Yeah, my instinct is gonna.
And then Teresa and Melissa, they just flip off too.
Right.
whore.
You're a whore.
And then my favorite part, it was so fucking New Jersey, the pose off.
Yeah.
It felt like another world.
Okay, and then another thing that Teresa always does that pisses me off, she's just going, whore. Like, she's just talking out of her fucking mouth.
Just screaming the loudest.
I loved Rachel. Yeah. Is that her name? Going, stop! What are we doing? She's just like, so, what the hell? Stop it. And I'm like, I'm right there with you, girl.
And then white trash. And then, so some of the women are out in the hallway, and then Teresa goes up to Danielle, but tries to make it about herself.
And I love that Danielle, this isn't about yourself. You. No.
Like, she cannot, no. And then Fessler's like, bows out.
Yeah, that's when she picks, I'm out.
I respect it because as much as I love trash, we need to have a bar of what's okay.
Yes.
And the bar New Jersey's at, I'm not good with it. It's not enjoyable. Like, yes, this finale was amazing.
Yes.
It was not a fun season, though.
No.
And it was a short season.
Well, and even the finale, I agree, like, watching it the first time, I was like, oh my goodness, eating it up. Obviously the ending was a little anticlimactic. Yeah. But then which we'll get to, but going back and you said it too, like, thinking about it, I'm like, it wasn't, like, it was good in terms of, like, if you're just looking on a drama aspect, but then you look at it holistically, it was just sad.
Yeah.
It was just sad. No one got a word in, like.
Yeah, it just kind of, it broke my heart. Housewives should be fun.
Yes.
Summer should be fun. Housewives should be fun.
Yes.
And then Teresa, so Margaret's about to drop the bomb about Jackie. Teresa's not able to adapt to any situations, which makes her an uninteresting housewife because the best housewife will flip sides. Yeah. She'll hear information, take it in, and flip. She does nothing. Teresa,
that's okay.
Yeah. Like, literally nothing. She drops the information. One thing I did know, I was like, I love how the whole episode you're hearing, fuck, cunt. They bleep out Louis' ex's name, though.
Yes. They're like, yeah, I talked to beep.
And I love how when Jennifer's like, Teresa has delayed reactions. I'm like, just call your friend a dum-dum. Just say she's a dum-dum. And then the violin at the end.
The flashbacks.
You had a violin as you saw the women walking out, and then flashbacks. And then we go into Dolores, sitting alone.
Drinking somebody's Cosmo.
Just slowly sipping. And then she looks to make it easier for the editors to really drop in.
Yeah. Giving that profile.
Yeah. Also,
and she looks so graceful.
So graceful. Oh. One last thing about Jersey is I love how Mark called Jackie, before the meeting, Jackie Judas Goldschneider.
Oh, yes.
That's it. So overall with New Jersey, great finale, terrible season.
Yeah.
And Dolores is our queen.
Great but sad finale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dolores queen, and then the princess is Jen Fessler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Jen Fessler.
I love Jen Fessler.
They should do a reboot and just have Dolores and Fessler.
I think so. My closing out Jersey, I think Teresa needs to go. Honestly, I would be okay with Teresa and Jen leaving. Teresa, Jen, Jackie.
I also think Melissa and Marge, though. Like, I am on their team, but they went low, too, and I think we just suck it out.
The ones who stay, I just want I like Rachel.
I would be okay with Rachel, Danielle, Dolores, and Fessler.
Yes, I agree.
Everyone else, and I like Marge, but I don't want her on the new season.
Yeah.
Let's talk. We're going to do kind of a brief Dubai, but still get into.
Yeah, I mean Dubai, not much. There's nothing happening. I forgot about that.
Okay, so the whole voice note thing is stupid.
Yes,
it's stupid.
Yes.
And then, so it kind of opens up with that argument, and then Lisa says, "I don't trust you." Yeah. And like Ayan gets so mad at Lisa when she gets mad at Caroline, but it's like, you're the one who messed up.
Right.
No one else.
See, I think She had the right to get mad at Caroline a little bit.
But she didn't.
A little bit.
She didn't really.
And then be mad at yourself that you did it. And then be sorry to your friend that you did it.
But it's like, Ion knows, like, Lisa's very clear throughout the season. She does not like Stanberry. She does not like that now Ion is friends with Stanberry. She does not like Stanberry. So I do see why that broke her trust so much. Like,
because it's out of everybody. So you're going to go to the person that I hate.
But Sarah did kind of call Lisa out for the fact that she was like, the voice note was kind of clear, like, who we were talking about. And she thinks Lisa kind of took it out of context.
Yes.
Which I also think happened.
I think so too. And I don't think Sarah would do that.
Yeah.
So
that's your woman.
That's
your wife.
I defend her with my whole chest.
And then Ion was like, oh, I knew that Caroline was going to bring it up, so Lisa's reaction was fake, like she knew about it. But really, like, their fight, I was like, these women love each other. Like, yeah. Like, it really, like, seeing how they were yelling and seeing how Lisa called her husband and Ion's husband.
Called that part?
That shows you how close they are.
Yes, when she called, like, her, Ion's husband, I was like, this isn't just a
to me, it's like fight. if Brittany and I were in a big fight and she called Ezra. That's how I saw it.
To me, that would break my heart.
But it's also like, I'm so hurt, bring us together. You don't call the husband to, like, talk shit. No. It's like,
you call him to be like, help me. Yeah. Which I thought that was, that I think showed. That is and Ion's talked about it too. Yeah. She's like, I had one other best friend.
Oh, that part broke me, Ruth.
Yeah.
She died of AIDS.
And she's like, the only other person that I trust fully is Lisa.
And we talked about this. So I feel like we think of Dubai as this very diverse place because really our only exposure is this show.
Right.
But then I talked about how in season 1, how Ion talked about there aren't a lot of black people in Dubai.
Yeah. There's
just a good amount of black people on this cast.
Right. So it makes you think there's going to be a lot, but there's not.
There's not. They are very, like, they said less black people than the United States.
Because, again, I love seeing this black wealth because to live in Dubai is expensive.
And they're all expats, too. So it's wealth in all these other cultures as well.
Yeah.
So they all go out. And I love how the women aren't used to cheap liquor.
No, they were like, oh.
Welcome to our world, ladies.
Wait, this isn't cheap. This is organic.
It's organic. Taylene tries to hook Brooks up with a man that looks like
Fabio
as like an olive branch, which I was like, that's a great olive branch.
That's sweet.
That's very nice.
I don't know if I would have picked him.
No, he was not cute. But he ended up being a club owner, got them into more. So it's like a fun night. Yeah. You know, it's like a typical girls' night. Sarah is in cultural shock, though.
She's not drinking.
She's not just drinking.
Like, what's happening?
She is not used to it. It is all different for her.
Yeah.
The next day, they are, like, so hungover.
Caroline in her bed. Caroline also throughout the episode, honestly, remember how I said bronze is for Caroline?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say Carolines.
All the Carolines.
Let's just say both of the Carolines.
Her complaining throughout the whole episode.
I'm not going to do that. But why would I want to do that? I don't do that.
You're just bally, dude.
Just embrace it, even if you're not spiritual.
Because when you're traveling, you just do stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time I went abroad, I was in France. And my grandma took me to a goat farm. I was not an outside girly. I was very much like, I don't want to go to a farm. I don't want to milk a goat.
Right.
Gross. And I remember like, ugh, gross. I'm so fucking glad I learned how to make goat cheese from a goat. How cool is that?
How cool is that?
Like, you're in Bali.
That's, I think, my favorite thing about traveling is embracing that culture. I don't care if it's not mine. Yeah. If they're willing to share it with me and, like, have an opportunity for me to, like, be able to see it and embrace it, I'm going to do it. Like, it's, I think, out of respect and admiration. And
then, okay, so they go to the temple. Lisa's, I think, kind of annoying when she's like, I'm a Christian. I'm like, you were dropping it low. You were at the club.
And that's what, we're not going to into that.
Like, come on. It's the
Yeah.
The waterfall though looks so much fun.
It looks so much fun to be able. I want to do that.
Scream. Oh my god, I want to go to a waterfall. Let's go to Malibu because that's the
closest one.
The closest thing we can afford.
We haven't seen the food the eat portion of it, but so far Sada's my favorite. Like the party aspect. I would have loved to go to a waterfall and scream.
Me too. Then
go out and party.
Yeah, that seems they went out and partied, then screamed. Remember, yes. They were hungover.
Oh yeah,
they were hungover.
Yeah. And
then they did go out that night for dinner, but that was Lisa's dinner.
Right.
And we haven't seen the full thing, but we'll get into it next week. But the disrespect. Of like, if I got a gown like that, like
from the Miss Indonesia's designer,
and they looked beautiful. Like I loved the whole like how it kind of a cape behind.
Yeah.
I was like,
honestly, it felt a little disrespectful.
It was very disrespectful.
Like she's like, what is this? I wouldn't wear anything like this. It's not flattering.
So disrespectful to Lisa, but also the culture. It's so disrespectful to the culture.
Like acknowledge that what you're putting on is a cultural gown.
Yeah.
And that someone, a part of this culture, took the time to make for you.
Yeah. So I just want to, before we wrap up, I have a few things I need to say.
Yes. Go for it.
She hasn't watched OC yet.
I haven't.
But she will.
I will.
Probably like soon.
Yeah.
Fuck Tamara. You cannot call someone an alcoholic. You do not get to decide what's best for someone. You do not get to identify anyone else as an alcoholic and what their treatment is. Tamara, what you were saying is literally so dangerous for anyone. And fuck John Jansen. Okay. I want to end on that note. Fuck John Jansen. You haven't seen the episode.
No, but I can agree with you.
Fuck John Jansen. And fuck Louis.
Fuck John Jansen. And fuck Louis. And fuck Tom Sandoval.
Tom Sandoval. Alrighty. Yeah. Well, it was a fun episode of The Real Houseguest of North Hollywood. Follow Ellie because she's funny and you should hire her because she's a great actor. And follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us and buy our merch.
Do it. Come on.
Bye-bye. Bye.